don't want to be walking back there with you and they attack you like a pack of hyenas.
I do.
No.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna get. Do you know how? Do you know how much money I get out of this? If I listen,
No.
I know in my mind.
No.
If I get hit upside the head, knocked out, kicked in the ass, this is a $200 million tour. I'm willing to die for $20 million, like George Floyd.
Oh, stop.
You can George Floyd me for $20 million.
Nah, stop.
You can George. Do you know if something would have happened to me, this $200 million tour, half of it's mine, guaranteed, nigga.
Stop everything, because what you're about to hear isn't gossip. It's a digital crime scene, a psychological ambush, and the biggest, almost fumbled-the-century bag moment hip-hop has seen since someone tried to convince Soulja Boy he invented the moon. Today, we expose how NBA Youngboy, yes, Mr. I could beef with oxygen and still win, walked dangerously close to falling for Charleston White's $100 million trap. And this wasn't a regular trap. This wasn't street beef, diss tracks, or Twitter fingers flexing. No. This was strategic chaos warfare, cooked by the internet's favorite professional instigator, a man who wakes up every morning and chooses violence like it's breakfast. One live stream, one sentence. And Charleston tried to bait one of the most unpredictable rappers alive into handing him generational wealth on a legal platter. No guns, no threats. Just pure psychological chess. Villain soundtrack included. This scheme was slicker than a Kardashian NDA, more dangerous than Blueface dating choices, and messier than Zeus Network family therapy. Buckle up, because this isn't a story. This is a leaked plot to legally rob the rap game's most explosive soul, without touching a single chain. Before this wildfire even sparked, the world was quiet. Trend pages were boring. TikTok kids were dancing to the same audio for the 9th month straight. YouTube reactors were refreshing their inbox like, "Somebody start beef so we can eat again." And then, like a villain emerging from smoke with a Bluetooth headset and a Wi-Fi-powered ego, Charleston White stepped out and said, "Time to make the internet cry today." See, Charleston doesn't clock into work. He clocks into chaos. His alarm tone is probably a police siren mixed with a judge gavel. His morning routine? Not coffee. Not meditation. He wakes up, stretches his jaw muscles, and asks himself, who am I about to mentally suplex for views today? And on this particular morning, he picked a name heavier than a bank vault full of platinum plaques. NBA Youngboy. Now, Youngboy isn't just a rapper, he's a walking adrenaline drip. You don't play his music, you survive it. His fan base isn't an audience, they're an army. They don't argue in comment sections. They perform emotional drive-bys. This is the guy who looks like he's beefing with gravity, furniture, society, and his own sunlight. If trouble was a person, it would ask Youngboy for advice. So, why him? Simple. Charleston wanted a jackpot. He didn't want views. He didn't want clout. He wanted a payday straight out of billionaire fantasies. $100 million. And not from a brand deal. Not from a podcast sponsorship. Not from a sneaker collab with orthopedic shoes for angry uncles. He wanted it from baiting Youngboy into reacting so he could run to court like an Olympic sprinter yelling, "Your Honor, emotional damage. Hand me the generational wealth." This wasn't beef. This was a lawsuit heist plan wearing influencer clothing. So he fires up livestream, leans into the camera like a motivational speaker from hell, and delivers the line heard around the algorithm, "Youngboy, I'll trap that boy. I'll make him crash out. I'll sue him for $100 million. Instant shockwave. It felt like you could hear the entire internet gasp in slow motion like a Marvel movie trailer. Youngboy fans froze mid-tweet. Blog channels sprinted to microphones like paramedics. TikTok editors opened CapCut without even thinking. Pure muscle memory. Everyone knew what Charleston just attempted. He didn't just poke a bear. He slapped a bear, threw honey on himself, and walked into the forest live streaming it. But this wasn't impulsive. This was chess disguised as comedy. Charleston understands human psychology like a toxic life coach. He knows. Pride triggers emotion. Ego triggers explosions. Youngboy reacts faster than most people breathe. And if Youngboy reacted violently, court case, lawsuit, retirement plan, victory scream. This is the closest thing to a legal street hustle the internet has ever seen. And what made it genius? Charleston didn't need to pull a weapon. He didn't need to step outside. He weaponized words, Wi-Fi, and confidence. Meanwhile, Youngboy's world? Suddenly hot. His camp felt the tension instantly. Managers pacing. Publicists sweating. Lawyers opening group chats like, nobody talks. Nobody types. Nobody blinks loudly. Because one emotional slip, one angry live stream, one man forget that dude, and boom. Charleston cashes out like he just hit casino god mode. Fans felt it too. You could see the panic in their posts. Bro, please don't respond. He wants the bag. Don't feed him. Silence is the only W here. And then there were the keyboard gangsters. Nah, YB need to step outside and handle that. Yeah, sure. And then what? You gonna help him pay the settlement? No, you can't even pay for Wi-Fi. Your comments posted 3 seconds late. The drama energy was insane. Twitter threads spiraled. YouTube reactors warmed up vocal cords. The whole internet turned into a psychology class taught by trolls. Meanwhile, Charleston is sitting back, glasses on, looking like a villain accountant calculating future yacht payments. His tone wasn't angry, it was delighted. He sounded like he found a cheat code. And trust, this man knows how to push buttons. He's insulted gangs, legends, moms, entire cities, ancestors nobody even Googled yet. So picking Youngboy, that was picking the most explosive player on the board. Because Youngboy doesn't argue, he erupts. But here's where the plot changes. Instead of lashing out, instead of slamming keys, instead of recording a 2-minute warning video pacing shirtless, Youngboy did something scarier. He went silent. No tweets, no subtweets, no emojis, nothing. Dead quiet like the power went out. And that silence shook the internet harder than a diss track. Fans started whispering like detectives in a crime show. He's plotting. He's thinking. He's holding back power level 9000 anger. Influencers made spiritual videos like growth, evolution, Zen Boy never broke again. Even people who don't listen to rap started watching like, this is more dramatic than my marriage. Charleston expected fireworks. Instead, he got a cold strategy. And that was the first sign. This wasn't going to be a normal internet fight. This wasn't beef. This wasn't clout chasing. This was psychological trench warfare, and Youngboy just played the hardest move in the game. Disengage. And suddenly, Charleston's trap? Hanging in the air, suspended, waiting, desperate. He wanted a reaction. He needed a reaction. His bag depended on emotion. But Youngboy didn't give it, and at that moment, the battle flipped. The hunter became the one waiting in the dark. The bait dangled untouched, powerless. And the entire rap world held breath, knowing this wasn't over. This was just the opening move. Picture the world minding its business. Memes circulating, kids trying to moonwalk on TikTok, rappers pretending they're doing mysterious studio work while really playing GTA roleplay. Calm, quiet, normal chaos. Then, suddenly, a digital earthquake, a tornado of disrespect. A volcanic eruption wearing glasses, Charleston White. The man who speaks like he swallowed a police badge, a pastor's microphone, and a YouTube comment section all at once. The human alarm bell of controversy. If chaos had a spokesperson, it'd call Charleston for media training. He wakes up one morning, stretches, checks his tongue like it's a weapon, and goes live. Not to sip tea, not to say good morning. No. He goes to live with the energy of someone who filed a complaint against the sun. Camera on, eyebrows raised, voice ready for carnage. And then he announces, like a villain whose therapist gave up, I'll trap NBA Youngboy and sue him for $100 million. Silence. Then the internet explodes harder than a Kanye tweet during Super Bowl halftime. People froze. Comment sections burst. Bloggers started sweating like they ran a marathon in winter. Even Siri whispered, "Oh, damn," because Charleston didn't just throw shade. He launched a tactical missile made of ego, lawsuits, and pure internet provocation. See, he didn't wake up saying, "I hate Youngboy." He woke up saying, I want a mansion, private chef, and a gold-tooth Bentley paid for by Youngboy's reaction. This wasn't beef. This was strategic psychological extortion. He wasn't after clout. He already has more eyes than airport security. He wanted a settlement, a court bag, a lawsuit lottery ticket. If the devil needed a legal consultant, Charleston would be on retainer. Let's talk about Youngboy. NBA Youngboy doesn't calm. He isn't peaceful. He doesn't do take the high road. That road doesn't exist in his neighborhood. He lives like every day is a final boss level. He raps like the microphone owed him child support. He breathes aggression like other people breathe air. And his fans? Insane, dedicated, ready to fight Google if search results disrespect him. They scream, "Why be better?" like it's a religion, a lifestyle, a blood oath sworn under LED lights. So Charleston didn't choose a target. He chose a nuclear button hoping someone bumps into it. He had a plan. Call Youngboy out publicly, trigger emotional explosion, screenshot meltdown, cry in court, get 100,000. Emotional damages starter pack, genius or madness. Both. This is the internet. Genius is madness if you monetize it correctly. And when Charleston said it, he didn't whisper. He didn't hint. He proclaimed it with the confidence of a man who believes drama is his birthright. Instant reaction. Twitter. Burns. YouTube. Uploads 600 videos in 2 minutes. TikTok. POV. You're watching a lawsuit being born in 4K, edits flood in Reddit. Writes essays like they are studying for emotional law school. Charleston knew exactly what he was doing. He understands the modern formula. Rage. Clicks. He understands the modern formula. Rage, clicks. Clicks less views. Views, money. Money, peace. For him. Now imagine Youngboy hearing this. He doesn't ignore. Ignoring isn't in his operating system. This is a man who has beefed with other rappers, blogs fans. The fridge, probably, the idea of positivity. Whoever made his Wi-Fi lag one time, he's a walking intensity generator. So Charleston is setting bait for him? That's like tossing raw meat at a starving lion in front of a zoo lawyer. Youngboy's team felt the earthquake instantly. Phones started ringing like IRS month-end. Managers pacing, praying to whatever gods handle rapper public relations. Attorneys got alerts like it was DEFCON 2. Whatever happens, do not let him touch his phone. PR team lighting sage, putting motivational quotes on walls like, "Silence is the new gangsta. Don't press send. Hands off the Instagram live button for the love of your bank account." Meanwhile, Youngboy pacing like a video game character on Idle, breathing heavy, thinking, plotting, trying not to break a window. You could feel the tension through the air, like the internet was holding its breath, waiting for a notification. NBA Youngboy has gone live. Every reaction channel had a thumbnail ready. Mouth open, hands on head, fake shock face locked and loaded. Charleston sat back like a man who scheduled drama and packed snacks. He expected fireworks, yelling, threats, caps locking into the void. But then something unbelievable happened. Youngboy didn't react at all. Nothing. Silence like Antarctica at midnight. And that silence, louder than any diss track, more painful than a punch, more dangerous than a threat. It was evolution, or strategy, or lawyers locking up his phone in a safe. The internet froze. Everybody whispered, he didn't fall for it. He leveling up. This ain't YB no more, this NBA Youngboy. Even motivational pages started posting. If Youngboy can ignore negativity, you can ignore that text at 2 a.m. But behind that silence was pressure. Deep pressure. We're talking volcano under a snow mountain pressure. Charleston was waiting for a spark. Youngboy was trying not to light one. This wasn't beef anymore. This was a mind war. The trap was set. The bait was perfect. The internet was screaming for violence. But Youngboy didn't give Charleston the emotional doorway to $100 million. And that, right there, was the moment this story didn't just become drama. It became history, a social chess match, a psychological street duel. And trust, this was just the opening move. All right, listen up. Internet warriors and drama addicts, because this is where we stop whispering and start yelling at your notifications. If you just survived the first chapter of Charleston almost turning NBA Youngboy into a $100 million emotional investment, congratulations, you just witnessed a psychological nuke and your brain deserves a medal. But we're not done yet. Oh no, the chaos train has barely left the station. So here's the deal. Smash that like button like it owes you child support, student loans, and your lost childhood all at once. Hit it so hard, your device might file a restraining order. Comments? Flood them like a hurricane on TikTok, because we want to hear every hot take, wild theory, and conspiracy level 9000 breakdown you've got. Let the chaos flow. We thrive on it. And of course, subscribe harder than Youngboy fans defend him in comment sections, because on this channel scandals drop like meteor showers, unpredictable, destructive, and absolutely irresistible. Hit the bell icon like it's a nuclear launch button, because trust me, if you blink, you'll miss the next explosion of drama. This is not a suggestion. These are survival instructions for the modern internet. Drama waits for no one. Opinions age like milk, and viral moments vanish faster than a rapper's Wi-Fi when controversy hits. So buckle up. Comment, like, subscribe, repeat. Because here at Rapscope X, we don't just report chaos. We serve it raw, hot, and extra spicy. Remember this, the world is messy, the internet is wild, and scandals, they're endless. And the next one, it's already brewing. Stay tuned, stay savage, and stay ready, because Rapscope X is where drama comes to life. Boom. Boom.